Hello, Matt here with Wyoming eLearning Services. Today on WYO Training for Trainers, I'm going to show you how to create groups. Groups can be incredibly important depending on how you're set up. So for instance, for me, I create statewide trainings, which means that I have dozens of agencies that often request completion reports to find out who's completed a course in their agency. If you don't have groups set up, it's nearly impossible to tell who's in what agency. So what groups allows you to do is select an agency in a drop-down in the completion reports area and get a report just for that agency. So it's great in my circumstance, but it's also great for, say, if you have a large agency and you need to break it down into smaller groups. All right, let's get started. First of all, I'm here in my test course. There's basically 3 different areas you need to go to get this done. Let's go into the course. First, let's go into the settings of the course and turn on groups. All right, so go ahead and expand all within your course so you can see all the settings. All right, scroll on down here and you will find a group section. So first of all, go ahead and change that to separate groups. Don't force group mode and don't worry about default grouping. Okay, so in the course settings, that's all you have to do. Let's save and display. All right, so the next step is to go into users and groups. Okay, so in the group setting area, you can create a group, you can auto create groups, or you can import groups. I found that the best way, the easiest way, especially if you have a lot of groups, is to import groups. Now I'm going to go over the settings or the layout of the CSV file, the spreadsheet. But right now, I'm just going to show you how you do it right here by pulling in that spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on Import Groups. Okay, so you can just drag and drop your CSV file. I'm going to go grab mine. I'm going to drag my CSV file into there. Shows it. Go ahead and click Import Groups. All right, it'll go through and show you that all your groups have been added successfully. So go down to the bottom. Click Continue. Now it shows you all these groups right here. Okay, so let's just say I wanted to add another group. Let's create a group. You can do it manually this way as well. All right, so you'd give it a group name. You can give it an ID number if you want to. You can describe it. Give it its enrollment key. And then save changes. Using a spreadsheet allows you to get it all done in a couple clicks. Now you've added your groups to the course. The next step is to go to enrollment methods. In order to use group enrollment, you need to allow self-enrollment in the course. Okay, so you would choose self-enrollment and create it. I already have one right here called Student Enroll. All right, so when you create the enrollment method, it'll take you right into the settings. But if you already have one, you can click on the little gear here to get back into the settings. So within the enrollment method of self-enroll, what you need to do here is, first of all, add a key. This is just an overall key. This is not a key that will be used. All right, so I've got test key going on in there. All right, then you want to add use group enrollment keys. Say yes. Okay. And that's the only thing you need to do in here. So go ahead and click Save Changes. All right, so next I'm going to go over the CSV file. It's very simple. There's certain headers you have to have, but once you do, it's very easy to use. So I'm going to pull one up. Okay, so here's my spreadsheet. Let's spread it out a little bit. Okay, so here are the key things. You need to have group name in A1, description in B1, and enrollment key in C1. And you do need to spell enrollment key this way for now. Okay, this works every time. There are settings within our courses to make it spell it correctly, but this is how you set this up. All right, and then you simply do what I have done here. So the description is the full department or agency. Group name is an abbreviation of it, and then the enrollment key over here. It gives every agency or every group their own unique key to get into the course. That unique key puts them into that group. Okay, so this is crucial. Okay, so once you make this, save it as a CSV file, and you can do what I showed you in the last step. Okay, so now I want to take you back to one of my courses and show you what it looks like in a course completion report when you have groups set up. Okay, so let's go back to workforce development. Let's go to one that should have quite a few people in it. Discrimination and workplace misconduct. All right, so if you're giving reports, they usually ask for who's finished the course. So I'm going to go to Reports, Course Completion. Now this one has 239 people that have completed the course. I would have no idea who's in what agency. All right, but right up here, because we use groups, you can select whichever one you want. So let's go to Department of Corrections. It sorts them for Department of Corrections, and then you can download the Excel compatible format file down here. So that's the advantage of setting up a course with groups. You have to do it at the beginning, but when you do, it makes it this easy to create reports for groups or agencies. Apparently no one in A&I has taken this course. All right, well, that's it for groups. If you have any questions, contact me. I hope this helps you out a ton. It's very useful.